Now for the next part, the tag part, let's call on our grammarian, division director Ed, so he can share with us who I'm struggling. That's why I can't use the word. I don't know how to pronounce it. I was so honest. Okay, grammarian's report. Division Director Ed, can you tell us how we did in this afternoon's meeting?
Thank you very much, Madam General Evaluator. Okay, I don't know if how good my listening skills are today, but I heard at least three people mentioning the word of the day. Toastmaster Russell, Toastmaster Lois, Toastmaster Jeff, and probably I must have heard our president also use the word. I wonder, did I miss anybody? Anyway, okay, so good thing everybody's getting to use the word of the day, get used to it. Okay, it's a great word. Okay, now the the purpose of the grammarian is to identify lapses in the use of the English language. I was trying to listen to errors, but you know, honestly, I couldn't find any. There was one expression I encountered, which is the person said, "We all get advices," and then I took down that that phrase. Okay, we all get advices. Then I checked in the internet. You know, me, I think I'm probably in the I belong to the old school where they believe that advice is actually a word that should be both singular and plural. But I found out that modern convention nowadays allows the word advices, okay, the plural version of that word. Okay, so I can't mention that as an error because, hey, in some parts of the world, they actually use it that way. Okay, now what's something different I heard today? I like the expression, the humdrum of my daily life. I think this was mentioned by Toastmaster Pam. Okay, it's a really new expression. I haven't heard that expression in a long time. Have you? Maybe we can also learn to use that idiomatic expression too. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, keep practicing the word of the day and other new words. Who knows? We can improve our grammar more effectively. Back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you, Division Director Ed. So, as you notice here in Toastmasters, we treat everything as a speech. So, like what our grammarians report, it doesn't feel like a report. Like, okay, this is how many errors you got. No, it's more of it's conversational. It flows. So that's how we do it here in Toastmaster. Even role takers, we take everything and we express it as a speech. So congratulations to our grammarian for delivering a conversational report and a speech as well. So let's move on to our next role taker. Our how did we did with our arms? Let's call on our counter reporter, our very hardworking DTM Jude.
Hello again, fellow Toastmasters and our guests. I'm back. It's like a trilogy this afternoon. So before I jump into my report, since we have guests, please allow me to share the benefit of doing the accounters report or why we do this in Toastmasters. So for the accounters report, this is where we listen to crutch phrases like so, and maybe repeated words as well. Why do we do this? Because even if we are already doing numerous speeches already, there is always a tendency to lean on these crutch phrases because it's really they have really been a part of us maybe since we were young. So by mentioning this crutch phrases, we crutch words, so we may not be able to really take them all out altogether, but by being aware of them, we will know where we can possibly improve. And as you go on in your Toastmasters journey, you will realize that the us, the ums, the so, they are getting lower and lower. And may I give a special mention to Toastmaster Lois, even though she has the most at 7, at only 7. Please take note that aside from being a Toastmaster of the day, she is also a prepared speaker. So kudos to Toastmaster Lois for having only 7 crutch phrases. The rest, they only have 4, like GE Pat, AD Tina, and 2 for our guest evaluator, TM Jeff, and our guest Denise, 2. The rest have only 1, like TM Lilia, and congratulations, DTM Les, Toastmaster Russell, for having no crutch phrases. Also, Toastmaster Russell, even though you were hosting the table topic session, you explained the nitty-gritty of the table topic session. There was no crutch phrases that you had to use. That somehow shows how you have really improved on your speaking capabilities. So fellow Toastmasters, even though we are going to have some sort of a challenge getting rid of all of this, so they may, but let's try as we move forward with our speakers, with our speech projects, to really enhance this so that we can somehow be free of them. But still, be be someone that people can lean on, even though we are also hard up on ourselves. When the rainy day comes, be sure that you are as a friend for somebody to lean on. Back to you, Madam General Evaluator.
Thank you, hardworking Jude. I mean, I don't have anything to add to that. The fact that you ended your evaluation with something to connect the team with, amazing. That's how we should do it. Okay, now for how did we do with our time today? Are we efficient? Are we overtime? Let's see from our birthday girl. Let's welcome our timer for this afternoon, Porsche.
Thank you, General Evaluator Pat, President Pat. So for the benefit of the guests, as a timer, it's my responsibility to write down the time and keep track of time when people are speaking. This is important for Toastmasters, especially when you're entering a speech contest. And it could be between this disqualification and making it to the contest. But for the benefit of everyone else, it's important to keep our time in check. Especially now that we're all online, and sometimes we get lost in having in our meetings that it runs over the allotted time that we have, because we keep having meeting after meeting and it can get delayed for other meetings as well. So what did we do? How did we do in terms of our time today? For table topics, Pat, you're on time, 2 minutes and 15 seconds. For table topics, we're allowed 2 to 3 minutes, correct? So Pat, 2 minutes and 15 seconds. IBB Christina, 2 minutes and 28 seconds. Our guest Denise, you made it on time, 2 minutes and 13 seconds. So for the prepared speeches, we have PM Lilia at 6 minutes and 16 seconds on time. PM Pam, 7 minutes and 5 seconds on time. TM Lewis, 6 minutes and 29 seconds on time. DTM Ed, we have, for your speech, you started with, it's allowed 5 to 7 minutes. You have 7 minutes on time. And we went a little overtime with our questions because we were very eager to learn about your topic. From 20 minutes, we got a little overtime with 4 minutes. So there. And as for the evaluation, for table topics, TM Jude, you have on time, 1 minute for every respondent for the table topics, and 2 minutes for the table topics master evaluation. As for the evaluation for TM Lilia by IPP Christina, 4 minutes. I think it's only because you're getting very detailed with your evaluation, and that's very good. That's where we learn. And at 4 minutes and 8 seconds. And Pat, as general evaluator, you also have evaluated IPP Christina at 1 minute and 30 seconds on time. And TM Jude, you evaluated TM Pam at 3 minutes and 40 seconds. A little over time. Pat, 1 minute and 17 seconds as general evaluator. TM Lewis, Les, your evaluation of TM Lewis is at 3 minutes and 37 seconds, a little over time. And I guess that's it. Did I miss? Jeff, your evaluation of the TM Ed's speech is 3 minutes and 11 seconds, a little over time. So in keeping with the timer, with our time, it's important that we keep track of it because when we lose time, it's something that we can never get back. But what is time in the time of Corona? Back to you, General Evaluator Pat.
Thank you, birthday girl, for that very comprehensive timers report. I appreciate that you really took note of the time because, like you said, here in Toastmasters, we prepare our members for contests. So that's why we're very, very strict with time. And like what you said, we can take it back. Okay, now my evaluation, let's move on to my evaluation for this afternoon's meeting and to our Toastmaster of the day. So first, I would like to congratulate Lois for stepping up this afternoon and being our Toastmaster of the day. Can you give her a round of applause? Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day, Lois. It's very refreshing to see you step up to a very major role because I know that you've been very busy the past few weeks. So thank you for making time and preparing. And I love how you're lighting, how confident you are in being the Toastmaster of the day. Maybe you really did a good job, but for an improvement for your next, if you would like, of course, we want you to be a Toastmaster of the day again. I would like to commend you for the introduction of what TM is all about. Since we have guests, you were able to really explain it well. And for an improvement in your next role, I would like to the transitions. I noticed that you were having a hard time with like transitioning from person to person. So I suggest that you research up more about it, how to do transitions from. So for example, if I'm going to introduce Porsche and I just came from Christina, like, thank you, Miss Christina, for that wonderful, wonderful speech. And I think we would like to hear more from our next speaker. So you see, you have to transition it in a more flawless manner so that everyone is you are being taken on a journey or on an adventure, and you're the guide for them. Okay? Now, as for this afternoon's meeting, we were a bit late, of course, but that's okay. We were, I think, late for 15 minutes. But overall, I love how everyone volunteered. It spoke about how our table topics master was really good in doing his table topics. And it was really engaging that he didn't have a hard time calling volunteers, because usually in a Toastmasters Club meeting, everyone's like really waiting. Who's going to be the next volunteer? But this time, even our guest was engaged. So congratulations on delivering a very good table topics. Also, our prepared speeches. Um, it was really heartwarming. It was really nice to see different points of view from our first speaker to the fourth speaker. And I think for the next, I think just the time management, but overall, we did very well for this afternoon's meeting. I don't know if I'm biased because I'm the president of this club, but let's ask the guests, how did they find this meeting this afternoon? So, may I ask from our guest, how did you find this afternoon's meeting? Let's start with Denise.
Uh, Thank you, Miss Pat. Actually, I'd like to say thank you for welcoming me as a guest for today. I actually messaged Pat privately and told her that this is a very great club because it's number one, it's very engaging, and two, I didn't feel judged with my first speech. I was really nervous earlier, and I think it's the deluge of topics that I want to get out of my head. But
That's my friend, y'all.
because I was so nervous, I was jumping into topics. So I'm looking forward for the next meeting, and I really want to improve how I speak and how I present to other people also. So thank you
Does
so much,
this
everyone.
sound like you want to be a member, an official member of Toastmaster?
I want to actually I've experienced once a Toastmasters meeting, but I feel the warmth of this club. So yes, I
Yay!
want to.
You're so welcome. I'll forward you to
Thank you.
for membership. She'll be announcing it later today because we're actually in the process of doing our renewals this month. Thank you,
Okay.
Denise. You're so
Thank you.
here.
Thank you so much.
First speech. You did well.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you.
Now,
Looking forward to learning.
of course, I got you. We got you. It's a family.
Thank you.
Okay, now for our next guest, so do you have your headphones? Raymond, would you like to share what you've observed for this afternoon's meeting?
Yes, I have my headphones. Are you able to hear me fine?
Yes, clearly.
The camera I have a pop-up camera, so that's why the camera placement is out. Even when I'm typing up a topic, it pops in and out. So that's
Don't
why
worry
my
about
feed.
it. It's perfect.
Anyway, from what I've observed, it's seamless. From that opening speech by TM Lilia about the Hunger Games, that was intriguing. And then, of course, it moved on to the next topic, which is creativity, which is personally what I can um, relate to. Not saying that I'm a creative, I wish to be one, but it's something that I aspire to, for lack of a better term. But that discussion about Zoom and that really about meetings and and the uh, and the legalities about it, that that was unexpected. I was really drawn into it, and time really flew there. I felt like it was the quickest meet, the quickest speech, and then from the point of evaluations, it's almost like it's like a familial thing where we're all helping each other improve in any areas of opportunities, and I find that very refreshing. I admit I have watched some episodes of Toastmasters before. I even recall if it's TM Jude who cosplayed as that zombie with that spinning chair in your August episode or something. But it's way different from just watching it on YouTube than as opposed to being a participant live. So I'm looking forward to be a part of more Toastmaster master meetings if you'll have me. Anyway,
That,
thanks.
of
Boss
course, you're welcome. Does that mean you would like to be our member here? Would you like?
yes, if
Yay!
possible.
Okay, so we'll forward
Yes, I would
you.
love to.
Yay! What a wonderful, wonderful gift. Welcome, Raymond. And so now let's hear it from our other guest, Lisa. Do you have, you can do, I notice you don't have the camera on. So maybe if you're not comfortable um, with speaking on, you can just comment it on the chat, or you can use your earphones. Lisa, would you like to share how you've observed our meeting today? Okay, let's skip her for now and move on to our guest from J&J. Jeff, how did you find our meeting here at BF Community? We'd like to hear from you.
Of course. Thank you, Toastmaster Pat. Actually, I'm not sure if this is my first time. This is my first time to attend BF Community's Toastmaster meeting. I don't remember.
Really? Okay.
Overall, it was great. Actually, there was a smooth transition of all the segment of the session. And I also appreciate the engagement of all members and even our Toastmasters of the day, especially our table topics master. I was amazed with his presentation earlier and something that I can also use within our club. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. We hope you can join us again, maybe as an evaluator or just simply an observer. Please invite your
I will.
over from other community. We'd love to have guests and see how we conduct our meetings here in BF community. So thank you for making time. I'm not sure if Lisa is still on. We have another guest. She's our employee, our designer, Debbie. I'm not sure if she's comfortable to share her thoughts. Maybe just chat it later of how you found the meeting, because she was a bit late because she had to run an errand. So she came in at like the evaluation portion, but that's okay. We're so happy you were able to join us, Debbie. So that ends my evaluation, and thank you to everyone who participated, even the guests. And I'm so happy we have 2 new members coming here. Yay! Let's all clap for that. We're growing. Okay, now for some announcements, I would like to forward the screen to our VP for membership, VP Christina.
Yes, I would like to make an announcement because for the next renewal term, that will be for October 1, 2020 until March 30, 2021. We have to meet at least for September 30. Can we ask the officers to make their renewals first for the deadline until September 30, 2020? And then for our members, our existing members, they can start coordinating with Treasurer Lois. And for the fee, we might need to talk about this in our Execom, because right now, since we are not using a venue, we have to talk about it if because for the new members, so I can discuss what our fee is. We
Yes.
talk about it, then I can discuss for the new members. What else? Yeah, just a reminder to everyone that we have to prepare our renewals until September 30, 2020, and coordinate to our treasurer, Lois Banyes. Back to you, President Fat.
Thank you, BP, Christina. So we're so glad that you mentioned that. So we'll have a meeting and then we'll update our members. But please, to our existing members, and please invite your friends over for our next meeting. Please take note that our next meeting will be on September 19. That's 2 p.m. And please invite friends over. And that's it. Thank you for making time today. I hope you enjoyed our this afternoon's meeting, and I learned a lot. I hope you guys did. And so I now call this meeting adjourned.